Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke and this is the Bramley project. Now, as you can see, work inside the hydraulic tower has begun to try and make it safe, and they're also in the very beginning stages of making that into a fan zone. Now, I'm really looking forward to this whole fan zone thing, having the old hydraulic tower as the fan zone, because it's gonna breathe some new life into a rather important structure for the stadium and for the site itself. Now, as you can see, the floor by the wall side is being dug up as well. From the looks of it, they're trying to preserve the rails that run through the site. It's either that or they're going to try and bring those up a little bit later on down the line. Now, if they were to do that, that would be a terrible shame, just because I think that would also be another piece of history that could be preserved in the site to show you how they used to move things along in the site itself. Also, as you can see further down, right by the old dock wall, well, I say dock wall, the old dock gates that link the likes of Nelson Dock, Bramley Moor and all the other docks further down the line, you can see there was an old building structure there that has been brought down. So, I'm surprised with that one. Well, actually, no, I'm not surprised, because where that is actually slap bang near the middle of the stadium itself, so that building would have had to have come down regardless. And as you can also see, there's also a lot of work being done onto the walls, so right by the water treatment area of the site, so they're bringing up all the flooring on there as well. But as we move further down, you can see that the pipework has progressed a fair bit, and if you have a look at the water itself, it almost, and please correct me if I am mistaken, it looks like that there is actually sand being pumped into the dock itself as we speak. So it would be very interesting to see that actually going. And I was also advised by someone on the YouTube channel itself, someone did advise me that they're actually using the sand to displace the water in the dock. They're not going to be removing the water and then filling it with sand. They're going to use the sand itself to actually remove the water. So I do apologise for the slight inaccuracy into that detail. Yeah, I really do feel bad about that one. Actually, I'm just looking in the post edit right now, and there is actually pumps. I think they are pumps. So if you look on the wall side, you can see that there is pumps down at the very bottom, right by the wall side. So I'm curious what they're actually doing. And as you can see, the warehouses at the Nelson Dock sides, they're slowly beginning to demolish them one section at a time. Initially, when I was looking over this footage, I actually did not see this. It was only when I was going into the editing and doing what I'm doing right now, I actually noticed they were bringing it in section by section. It's going to be a really slow process, so this may take them, I'm going to say it's going to take them a couple of months to get this entire warehouse itself just completely ripped down. But from what I can see, they're removing most of the innards of it first, and then they're just bringing down the main structures itself. So that's going to be interesting. But as a whole, I am absolutely delighted to see that Stage 1 is in full swing. Now, when they said Stage 1 was all go and everything, I thought the process would be a little bit slower than what's going on right now. But the construction workers who are working on the site right now are doing an absolutely amazing job. And it is going to be delightful to see how things progress as time goes on. But in regards to all the stuff that I'm doing right now, I'm probably going to make this a little bit more frequent. So I was initially thinking I would do this every, say, 3 weeks, or maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But I'm thinking at this point in time, I may end up doing this weekly to almost fortnightly, just because there's so much work being done on the sites themselves that if I was to do it at the time frame I was thinking of initially, it was going to be looking at around, you were going to be missing huge chunks of it. So doing it weekly, we're going to see more of a progressive, bit by bit by bit as time goes on. Whereas if I was to have done it 3 weekly, we might have missed the warehouses being ripped down, or we might have even missed the sand being brought in and the water being filtered out. But in any case, I'm going to now take you to live view Luke, who is going to do our nice standards outro. So thank you very much for listening to my voice. Also, if it does sound a little bit different, I'm actually using my condenser mic instead of using the lapel mic. So if it does sound a bit weird and out of sorts, I do apologise on that front. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button down below. It shows me that you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of it. Also, if you want to suggest anything to me, or you want to correct anything that I've said in this video that might be slightly inaccurate, then please put it in the comment section below. I'm not being satirical, I'm being 100% genuine. Honestly, put it down there so that we can get everything as accurate as possible and as clear as possible for the next video. Also, if you are new to the channel, for seriousness, if you are new to the channel and you do like what you see, please hit that subscribe button down below. It just means that you will get notified whenever I put anything new out. Also, if you hit the bell icon just down there right next to it, that will also get you even more notifications, so you will get notified the second I put something out there. Also, if you want to just go that little bit extra, we have got a Patreon. This is what this is to my right. So my Patreon here has got 2 tiers in it. So the first tier is a £1 tier. So this is essentially what I call the cup of coffee tier. So this is essentially you just flicking me £1 saying, Luke, I like what you're doing, mate. Keep doing it. Here's a cup of coffee on me. And there's also the £3 tier. Now that's known as the School of Science Superfan tier. See, I'm not doing it as fast anymore. If I try and do it fast, I end up tongue twisting myself. But yeah, the School of Science Superfan tier is the £3 tier, which is like the next step up to the cup of coffee tier. So this is like, okay, I want to see you doing this more often. I want to see, like the occasional live stream video. I want to see you doing more exclusive stuff. I want to see you getting right in there with Everton. I want to see you doing all this sort of stuff. That's what the £3 tier is. Once we build from there, so we get more subscribers, once we get more patrons and all that sort of stuff, we'll be able to build into this sort of stuff. So I'll be able to go out there more, go to, say, the likes of Finch Farm, just get myself out there. So let's say it's the closing time for the transfer window. I will go to Finch Farm and I will stand there and I will talk about Everton. I'll talk about any potential signings that they're talking about right now. I will also talk about other little bits and bobs and that. So there'll be stuff like that coming in the future. But at the moment, we're sticking to the happy little office, doing the nice small stuff off a phone. But yeah, as we grow, there's going to be more elaborate stuff, there's going to be more dynamic stuff, and there's going to be more stuff with old droney here. But in any case, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Peace.